What's wrong with the Dallas Cowboys? There are several things wrong with the Dallas Cowboys. But let me start with the Cleveland Browns first, because we're trying to figure out if the Cleveland Browns are a legit playoff team. The Cleveland Browns, the formula for them to win is very simple. Limit the amount of times Baker Mayfield throws the football, and you will be just fine. I understand the organization drafted him with the number 1 overall draft pick. I understand that he's attached to certain people's jobs in the organization. He's already gone through 4 head coaches. Imagine if you were a student and you went through 4 college professors in 1 semester. This is what Baker Mayfield has dealt with. This is what he's being asked to succeed in spite of. Okay? The Cleveland Browns have never had a history of being functional or stable. Right? But we're starting to see a pattern. They're 3-1. This is the first time they've been over 500 since 2014. So what have been their keys to victory? A steady dose of Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are both in the top 10 when it comes to rushing, both yards per game and yards per carry. That is a recipe for success. Baker Mayfield in his career has 37 interceptions in 34 games. That tells me that the more Baker Mayfield throws the football, the more the Cleveland Browns organization is in trouble. I understand he's out there looking at a bunch of weapons like Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry on the perimeter, and there is innate pressure to get them the football because you want to keep them happy. But the less Baker, the more success. Now, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are the best duo in the NFL when it comes to running backs. But Nick Chubb is no longer there. He's now going to be sidelined with an injury for the next 6 weeks. This is where we're going to find out what the Cleveland Browns are made of. Because now all of a sudden they're tasting a little bit of prosperity. They're 3-1. They're in contention for the division possibly. They're looking at a playoff spot, seeing as how they have a soft schedule coming up. But they don't have one of the key factors to their engine, which is Nick Chubb. He's going to be gone until at least early November, right? Maybe even later into November. If they ask Baker Mayfield to throw the football more, they're going to be in big trouble. Let me read some stats to you all. Okay, let me read some stats to you all. Because when Baker Mayfield throws the ball, 30 or more times or 40 or more times in his career, their record is substantially under 500. Substantially under 500. The key to Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns is to throw the ball under 25 times. You don't need him throwing the ball over 30 times. He is what he is at quarterback. He has limited mobility, doesn't have a big arm. He's not particularly tall, not particularly fast or agile. He needs to be a game manager. They need to play off of the defense and the running back. Now let me shift gears to the team they actually played, which was the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are a disaster. Any way you can stretch it, the Dallas Cowboys are a disaster. Everyone keeps saying, oh, they got to pay Dak Prescott, got to pay Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback when he's playing from behind. If the game is still in close, Dak Prescott's not an elite quarterback. And I'm not giving $40 million a year to someone who's not elite. Oh, well, Marcus, Jared Goff got paid and Carson Wentz got paid and Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes got paid. I don't care. I am never going to do something just because everyone else is doing it. That doesn't make it a good decision. Dak Prescott is who he is. He is what he is. Is he putting up numbers? Of course he is. But anytime your team is trailing big, you're going to be forced to throw the football. The Dallas Cowboys are by far the worst first half team in the NFL. How do I know this? The Dallas Cowboys are getting outscored 96-53 in the first half. That is an issue. That tells me that they come out flat. That tells me that they don't come out inspired, which you can pin on the coaching. But it also tells me that they can't get off the football field because they can't get any stops. Now, in all fairness, they're without certain players. They're missing 2 key people on the offensive line. One of their cornerbacks, Awuzie, is out. They lost Gerald McCoy before the season even started. So it's not as if they have all their horses available to them. But some of these plays that I'm watching is not even about talent. It's about effort. It's about effort. All right? This is not a good football team. They're dead last in points per game. They're 23rd in passing yards per game. Second to last in rushing yards per game allowed. All right? They're bottom 5 in plays allowed per game. This is not a good football team. But the issue with the Dallas Cowboys is not a defensive problem. It's not a Mike McCarthy problem. It's not a Mike Nolan problem. Those are symptoms of an illness. And the illness is called Jerry Jones. As long as Jerry Jones is at the helm of that organization, they're never going to win a Super Bowl. Mark my words, they're never going to win a Super Bowl.